the tale of a Hollywood pimp who serviced lots of movie stars and politicians. Camellia tried to hide it with their evil smiling lies, with Ghislaine and Epstein too. The billionaire and Monica Sky. The movie stars, Prince Andrew and Jill's husband, here on Epstein now.
Hey, ghost of Jeffrey Epstein, where you been?
Just been hanging around.
So, what can a guy like me do for fun around here?
I think you'll find something to do.
Damn! How old is she?
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay.
Excuse me, have you seen my husband?
Who's your husband?
You don't know my husband, Bill? He's been here like 26 times.
Sorry, I have no idea what goes on here.
I know what goes on here.
Me too.
Me too.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah?
Look at this. Look at it.
Hey, where'd you get that? Give it back to me.
No.
You better give it back, you fart knocker.
I give it back, but you gotta do what I say.
You hear that, America? I'm the victim. We finally got you, Trump. For what? You know what?
Yep, it's all over, buddy.
But I didn't even do anything.
Exactly.
We have breaking news. Twice impeached, no longer President Donald Trump has been arrested for not being on Epstein's client list. We have a developing story. Not my president, Donald Trump, has been arrested for not being on the client list. America is now safe from this monster.
And the winner for most trips to Epstein Island, my husband and Monica's boyfriend, the man in the blue dress, Bill Clinton!
Oh man, so many victims.
Bill!
I mean, so many people. I want to thank my wife for keeping me out of prison and Monica for keeping me warm at night. Jeffrey, this one's for you, buddy. We did it.
What do you think of the script, Bill?
I'm not complaining.
Oh, good. Now remember, the actresses like to be told what to do.
Okay.
And they're going to pretend like they don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, and this right here is how old the girls are?
Yep.
Oh, good. I got a daughter this age.
Hello, and welcome to Client List Anonymous. Would anyone like to share?
Hello, my name's Tom Hanks, and I'm on the client list.
Hello, Tom.
It's been about 3 weeks since my last client list, but because of my celebrity status and my high level of income, no one will ever know, especially Mama.
Thanks, Forrest. Anybody else want to share? Hi, my name's Bill, and I'm on the client list. Hey, Bill. It's been 2 days since my last client list. I was lonely, and I was watching Cuties on Netflix, and the next thing you know, wham, bam, here's $1 million hush money.
Been there, done that. Did somebody say Epstein Island?
Wow.
And what about the client list?
the what?
The what? The list of clients that went to Epstein Island. Are you going to censor that too? Well, why would anybody need to know about the client list? I mean, Jeffrey's gone and they got Ghislaine. Case closed.
Yep, case closed.
Bill, did you know Jeffrey? Know him? Hell, we were no. Never met him.
Say it again.
I did not have sexual relations on Epstein Island.
Okay.
I did not have sexual...
Bill, you need to be passionate, like you were when you lied about Monica.
Okay.
Okay.
I did not have sexual relations on Epstein Island.
Wow. Prince Andrew and Tom Hanks. Yuck. It's Prince Andrew and Tom Hanks. I have eyes, Nancy.
Damn it, Jeffrey. Epstein Island is all over the news.
Don't worry about it. I'm a billionaire.
Oh, man. I'm worm food if Hillary finds out about this.
Trust me, Bill. No one will ever know.
Can you tell me what this is?
That's my buddy Jeffrey's client list.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the United Spot YouTube Live, sponsored by a few of my amazing supporters here on YouTube and also United Spot. Thank you all so much. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful night last night. And you know, it's about time. Look at this jury right here. You got Tom Hanks, you got Kathy Griffin and Chris Rock, and you got Bill Gates, you got George Clooney and Jay-Z. You got Kevin Spacey and Stephen King with The Magician. I mean, I did this video years ago. Anyways, I want to talk about what's going on right now. And I'm going to get to you guys in just a second. I swear. I really, truly, truly appreciate everybody that's here right now. You have no clue how much I appreciate everyone. But I do want to talk about what's going on because this is kind of huge and nothing is going to happen, but it's kind of huge. But so back in August of 2025, the House Oversight Committee, led by Republican Chairman James Comer, I believe he's from Kentucky, Kentucky, and he issued deposition subpoenas to former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Now, both of these are former. That means that they are no longer involved with politics, so we think. But it is the Clintons, and they have all this power. So we'll see what happens. But this was part of a broader congressional probe looking into Jeffrey Epstein's crimes, and how the federal government handled investigations into him and Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein's unaliving, and bigger issues around combating trafficking rings of some sort. But the committee also subpoenaed a bunch of other big names, like former FBI directors, attorney generals, and records from the Department of Justice. But the Clintons obviously got a bunch of attention because they're going to be the power couple that nothing ever happens to. But this is going to be a great distraction. And there's going to be a lot of people out there going, oh my gosh, this is finally going to happen, Bill. No, it's never going to happen. The reason why this is so big is because of Bill Clinton's known past social ties to Epstein. 26. That's a big. One is a big number when you're involving yourself with somebody like Jeffrey Epstein, his island, and all the horrible things that went on there. But to add 25 more times to that list, I don't care who you are, doing anything bad, horrible, more than no times, it's bad. It's bad. And Bill did it that we know of. But flying on a plane a number of times back in the day, with Jeffrey, whether Jeffrey was on the plane or not didn't really matter. But he's always denied it. Bill Clinton's always denied knowing anything about the criminal side of it, and he's claiming that no one has accused him of wrongdoing in the abuse allegations. Nobody. I mean, why would they? I mean, that's like saying that Joe Biden was never accused. But the Clintons pushed back hard. They pushed back really, really hard at first, and their lawyers called the subpoenas legally invalid, because that's usually what people do when they're above the law, when they have all this power. And the Clintons, you have to understand something. The Clintons are not the same Clintons of before. That's like, back when Ozzy Osbourne was young and he was biting what we appeared to be bats. As he got older, he wasn't as scary as the younger Ozzy Osbourne. That's where the Clintons are falling into now. They're not as scary as they used to be. They're old now. They're just a couple of old people, But they're obviously, I know it's Bill and Hillary both saying that that these subpoenas are basically a partisan hit job. Part of what they saw as political revenge, from the Trump side, and they refused to show up for depositions, kind of like Hunter Biden. But even after some back and forth negotiations where they offered, alternatives like a transcribed interview for Bill or a sworn statement from Hillary, but Comer wasn't having that. He wasn't playing that game because, like I said, this is not the same Clintons. These are not the same power team that used to go on, worldwide wrecking crews. But Comer insisted on full sworn depositions and no special treatment. Now, you have to understand something. Whether or not Comer is a good guy or a bad guy doesn't really matter in this scenario, because nothing's going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Anybody who thinks something is going to happen is obviously in need of medical attention. Lots of it. Because if you truly believe after all these years of the Clintons doing right, it's like Fauci, all the years that Bill and Hillary have been doing all of these horrible things. Now you have to understand something. It'd be one thing if it was just like one thing. But we're talking, I mean, closet full of stuff. And I'm just talking about paper. I'm talking about the biggest walk-in closet you've ever seen. And that's just one closet filled with Bill and Hillary things. But just like everything else in a drama series, before the 11th hour, just days before a full House vote on contempt was expected, where Bill and Hillary were getting closer and closer to be in contempt of court, the Clintons agreed to comply. Strange. Maybe the script changed, and now they're going to change the script, and they're going to have a whole new outcome. So the Clinton spokesperson, spokesman, spokeswoman, whatever, put out word that they'd be there. I mean, it's like it's going to be a party or something, like he RSVP'd, and they worked out a deal for closed door depositions, which is absolutely ridiculous. That means that we do not get to peek inside. But if it was Johnny Depp, hey, whatever. They blast President Trump's, his court hearings all over the internet and all over TV. But when it comes to the Clintons, no, it's got to be behind closed doors, behind drapes, in a secret building that nobody knows about, on the roof, in the basement, in outer space, in a spaceship. And apparently this is going to happen on, I think it's in February. It'll probably be the end of February, like somewhere around the end of February. Yeah. And then, so basically Hillary Clinton was set to appear, I believe, in February, and Bill was going to, I believe, was going to appear the day after. And that move shelved the contempt vote and let the investigation move forward with, their Clinton testimony, which is very strange. I don't understand why they're being subpoenaed as witnesses when when Bill should be, indicted as a criminal for his involvement. I don't understand this. I mean, what does he think? Like, Bill's going to give him information. They're going to cut a deal, and it's like, oh my gosh, everything's going down because of Bill. Bill should be in prison. Hillary should be in prison for something else. Obviously, I don't know if she, had any tie. I mean, in a situation like that, if you're enabling it, if you know about it and you're enabling it and you let it happen, you're just as big as a problem as the person that's doing it. And I truly believe that Hillary, obviously, because of the whole Monica Lewinsky thing and, everything else that's gone on, Paula Jones, and I mean, the list goes on and on. I truly believe that, that there was definitely lots of things that Hillary knew about it. And Hillary was very, very, very upfront with her, stand by your man technique as far as, protecting Bill, I mean, whatever Bill Clinton has on Hillary Clinton must be amazing, because I tell you what, in a normal marriage, if anyone, any man or woman were to do that, what Bill has done, just a fragment of what he's done, there would no longer be a marriage. And why would there be? I mean, why would you want to be with somebody that you really don't love? Why would you want to be with somebody that you're just constantly cheating on? It just, this is just somebody I sleep next to at night. I don't really care. I just, while I'm out here doing whatever. If you love somebody, if you truly care about somebody, whether or not if you fight or have your bad moments or whatever, that's just marriage. Especially if you've been married for more than 10 years, you're going to have those periods to where, the guy's sleeping on the couch for a month or whatever, because of communication, you know what I mean? It's just, it happens. Then you work it out, you move on, and everything works out, but when you throw in, abuse, you throw in, cheating, all that, come on, seriously, what are you even doing? Just end the relationship. Everybody has a moment in their marriage where things are not well and you have to, kind of take a break. I was saying this the other day, everybody needs a little time away. Just I heard him say. Wait, let me try it again. Everybody, no. Everybody needs a little time away. I heard her say from each other. Even lovers need a holiday. I'm still sick, so I apologize. I'm doing the best I can. I try. I'm no Peter Cetera, obviously. But anyways, getting back to this, for two people who are just going to be putting on a show, this pretty much all ties into the bigger release of Epstein-related files from the DOJ around that time. Okay, and the ongoing scrutiny of high-profile connections to Epstein. And keep in mind that this is a congressional investigation, not a criminal case against the Clintons. So that's the key factor. So the 95% of the people on the internet right now are like, oh yeah, it's finally going to happen. Bill's over with, Hillary's. No, it's not. This is like a tennis match. That's it. Hey, what's up, dude? I'll meet you at the country club. We'll have some scotch. I'll get a massage. And then we'll go golfing. Oh, and then I'll, whatever. Yeah, I knew Jeffrey. Okay, cool. All right, bye. It's about, this whole thing is about gathering info on what they knew or saw regarding Epstein's activities and any government handling of it. And so it's pretty intense political back and forth, showing how these Epstein threads still pull in major figures years later. So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy, and it is what it is. So, but I'm going to play a video here real quick, and then I'm going to tell you guys a story about a man named Brady, who was hold on here real quick. I gotta. Here it is. Hold on. Oh, you quiet down now. Let me see. Let me get this right here. Oh, I'm still learning. For everybody that's here right now, I swear I'm going to say hello to you in just a second, but just please give me a second. I got to do something real quick. Something suddenly came up. I feel like Marcia. Let's watch this video for a moment, and I'll be back with one to grow on. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Reaction to Ghislaine Maxwell getting sentenced to 20 years?
Justice has been served.
Yep, justice has been
Got
served.
more time though.
Yeah, she's a monster.
Well,
I
what
tell
about
ya.
the client list?
The what?
Yeah, the what?
The list of clients that went to Epstein Island?
Well, what do they need that for? Jeffrey's gone and they got Ghislaine. Case closed.
Case closed?
Case closed.
Bill, did you know Jeffrey?
Know him. Hell, we were best. No, never met him.
Well, what about the clients?
Well, how do you even know there were clients?
Well,
Yeah, you can't prove that.
then why was Ghislaine arrested?
For trafficking?
Exactly. So where's the client list
Oh,
at?
come on. We don't even know if the victims she trafficked were even real.
Oh, they were real.
Bill!
I mean, how do we even know that they're real?
If they weren't real, then why was Ghislaine sentenced to 20
For
years?
trafficking.
Exactly. So there has to be a client list.
It's all hearsay.
And Epstein Island? Was that all hearsay too?
No. Epstein Island was, a bad place.
So neither one of you believe that a client list actually exists?
Nope.
Huh,
Yeah,
really?
I mean, it's best to just forget about all this and just move on to more important things.
So you guys don't even care if there's a client list or not.
Nope. What I do care about is putting Donald Trump in prison.
Yep.
That's what's most important.
We finally got you, Trump! For what? You know what?
Yep, it's all over, buddy.
But I didn't even do anything!
Exactly. We have breaking news. Twice impeached, no longer President Donald Trump has been arrested for not being on Epstein's client list. We have a developing story. Not my president, Donald Trump, has been arrested for not being on the client list. America is now safe from this monster.
President Clinton. Yeah.
Can you tell me what this is?
That's my buddy Jeffrey's client list.
And can you tell me whose name is missing from this list?
Yeah. Donald Trump.
President Clinton.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Donald Trump at Epstein Island?
Nope. Not once.
You son of a bitch! You gonna fry for this, Trump?
We have breaking news. Twice impeached, no longer President Trump has been found guilty of not being on Epstein's client list. The DA is pushing for the death penalty. And in other news, all the people on the client list are doing pretty good.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah?
Look at this. Look at it.
Hey, where'd you get that? Give it back to me!
No.
You better give it back, you fart knocker!
I give it back, but you gotta do what I say.
You hear that, America? I'm the victim! Hello, and welcome to Client List Anonymous. Would anyone like to share?
Hello, my name's Tom Hanks, and I'm on the client list.
Hello, Tom!
It's been about 3 weeks since my last client list, but because of my celebrity status and my high level of income, no one will ever know, especially Mama.
Thanks, Forrest. Anybody else want to share? Hi, my name's Bill, and I'm on the client list. Hey, Bill, it's been 2 days since my last client list. I was lonely, and I was watching Cuties on Netflix, and the next thing you know, wham, bam, here's $1 million hush money. Been there, done that. Anybody else want to share?
Hello, I'm Prince Andrew, and I'm on the client list.
Hey, Prince Andrew.
It's been a few months since my last client list. I've been suffering from ED, but thanks to these new gas station boner pills by Hunter Biden, I'm back, baby!
Yeah, them gas station boner pills are awesome. I take mine an hour before shower time with a glass of water, and I don't get a headache or nothing. I'm Bill, and I'm on the client list. It's been 2 hours since my last list, but Hillary's taking care of it right now.
Oh, that smells awful! Come on, Hillary, do it for your marriage!
All right. Anybody else want to share?
Are the rumors about the list being released true?
Now listen, I don't gloat too much, but that was a brilliant scene. Okay, come on. That was a brilliant scene. Taking something from Police Academy that's already been done and reenacting it with somebody who almost looks like, the guy. And then just completely doing that scene. Oh, come on. Give it up for the United Spot. And if you'd like to donate to the United Spot, there is a GoFundMe account. And I said it out loud. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to say hello to everybody. Oh, hang on here real quick. And if anybody's seen my new video today with the Clintons, it's pretty cool. It's all right. Brian 70 Kuda, how are you? John Castaneda, how are you? Great to see you here. Eric Lassard, yes. Raging Patriot, no PhD. Craig Clark, Steven Kares. Tammy, great to see you here. Hank and Craig Clark with Raging Patriot. Mr. Beautiful and David Freeze. Creek Runner. Venom. CF Rob. Big Slinkin, great. It's been a minute there, Big Slinkin. Great to see you here. Rocky Mountain Robin. Great to see you here. And we got I saw Yukon Man here. He's probably busy. I know he had a hell of a day today. He was doing some pretty crazy stuff in the snow. So hopefully he's in a bath right now. CFR Rob. Let's see. We got JC 316, and we got Callie Burns 5151 with Kevin Sierra, and it won't show anything else. So that's it. That's all it's showing me. Then we got Comet Moon. Let me see. We got Max Meyer. What else we got? No, we don't have Comet. Oh, wait, yeah, I guess we do. Hang on. Let me go up to it at the top. Because I could have swore I saw Yukon Man. Let me see. This is a man. Okay. Metal Man 4 is in the house with T Dizzle and Scott Dolick. T Dizzle was first. And who else we got? Oh, great. Now it's doing that thing. Wonderful. Jeffrey Smith. Hang on here. Joe. I don't know. I'll give up. Oh, wait, hold on. Gordon Freely. Now that's how they became the, oh, goodness. Uh-oh. Steve O. UConn Man. There he is. UConn Man is here with Jeffrey Smith and Jim Cornell. All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. UConn Man said he's taking showers, not baths. I'm going to tell you something right now. Every once in a while, okay, and when you're married, you can't do anything without the wife, if you're a man. You cannot do anything without the wife knowing what you're doing. And that goes with cell phone use, what you eat, bathroom habits, the whole 9 yards. Literally, don't expect to ever. And I'm not telling you not to get married. I'm just saying, if you decide, hey, Star, how you doing? If you decide to get married, just know that your entire life is monitored, and, it could be in a good way, could be in a bad way. Either way, it doesn't really matter. But every once in a while, I have old sports injuries. So I like to, take a bath, but I don't take a hot bath. I take a very, very cold bath, and I sit in it because I can't afford like a real sports thing, and my wife will always, just like laugh at me because, this big old dude sitting in a bath, she just doesn't understand. She doesn't get it. She doesn't understand it. And, I was always that kid that when I was a child, I used to put every single, soap I put, back then I don't really remember having hand soap. We just had a bar of soap, but I remember putting all kinds of shampoos, everything that was, and I put it in the bathtub and have bubbles flowing all the way up to the ceiling. And I would sit in the bath and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Now I don't know. It just seems a little, seems a little Caitlyn Jenner, but carpool. The Leering place is great here. Great to see you here. And we've got Star with UConn Man, Hank, John Castaneda, Craig Clark, Tammy. You guys are awesome. I just can't thank you all enough for being here tonight. And hopefully you guys caught the part of the show where I explained to everybody what I feel is going to happen, because we have to be real about some things in this world. And what's going to happen is nothing. But like I told so many people before, that's why you have the United Spot. The United Spot creates a world where it does happen, where the people who are supposed to be in jail actually go to jail, where the people who commit crimes actually tell the truth, and they're held accountable. And that's why the United Spot exists, for that reason and that reason only, because without the United Spot, we're left with what's going to happen with Bill and Hillary Clinton. People are going to get and you have to understand, there is a big group of people out there who really truly believe that Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton will go to jail. They truly believe it. They really, really think, and they hold on to that until Bill and Hillary are no longer with us. Okay. And then they'll move on to somebody else. Like, oh, Nancy Pelosi, I promise you, she's going to go to jail. I swear she's going to. You want to bet? You want to bet? Now, will there ever be charges on these people? Absolutely. I guarantee you there will. There will be charges from Barack Obama to Hillary Clinton to Nancy Pelosi to AOC to Eric Swalwell, Adam Schiff, Adam Kinzinger, Liz Cheney, Maxine Waters, you name it. Every single person who has, Tim Walz, Ilhan Omar, T-Lab, Ayanna Pressley, every single person from Cuomo to Gretchen Whitmer, to the Kathy Hochul, every single last one of them, Don Lemon, every single person eventually will have charges brought up against them, and they will be found guilty. I can promise you that. Now, the year will be 3075. That's it. That's when everybody's going to get their, oh yeah, we won't be around. They sure as hell won't be around. Nancy Pelosi's like 80 something years old. Okay. They have car batteries keeping her here. That's it. Rocky Mountain Robin, great to see you here. Comet Moon with Yukon Man, Tammy, and John Castaneda. Daniel C. Haven't seen Daniel C. for a while. Hope he's all right. Teacher Lynn, if you're out there, hello. Hopefully Yukon Man had a great day today. Don't even want to know what she did because that seems just like exhausting. So, but LR, if you're out there, hopefully all is good. Hopefully you're not back in that bad place. Rocky says, I should be in the snow. I live in Utah, but guess what? I think we're growing palm trees. It's climate change. AOC was right. AOC was right. It's just horrible. Oh, was I supposed to say something? I wanted to see if anybody was like, hey, are you still there? Let's see here. But the thing about it is, okay, here's the thing. There is a count. There's a body count. It really is. Vince Foster won. Don Henry and Kevin Ives. There were two Arkansas teenagers. Found on the railroad tracks. It was ruled an accident, but later investigated as a unaliving by the unrelated to the whatever. But then we got Victor Reiser. It was either Razor or I can't remember. Victor, but he was the national finance co-chair for Bill Clinton's 1992 campaign, and he passed in '92 from a plane crash in Alaska. I believe Yukon Man lives in Alaska, along with his son and others. And it was ruled an accident by the National Transportation Safety Board due to pilot error. Vince Foster, he was, I believe he was the deputy White House counsel during Bill Clinton's administration. And I think he died by unaliving, so-called, no different than Jeffrey, in 1990 due to depression. It was confirmed by multiple independent investigations, including the FBI and special counsels. But the theory claims it was staged to cover up scandals. Ron Brown, U.S. Secretary of Commerce under Bill Clinton, he passed away in 1996 in a plane crash in Croatia, along with 34 others. And the official investigation cited, believe it or not, pilot error again and poor weather, with absolutely no evidence of foul play. Let's see, we got Susan Coleman. I think it was Susan Coleman, and she had alleged to have been Bill Clinton's mistress. And she reportedly unalived herself in 1977 while she was pregnant. Yeah. But there was no verified connection or evidence or involvement for Bill Clinton. Nope, nothing. Herschel Friday. I know he was Arkansas, I believe in Little Rock, he was an attorney there and also a Clinton associate. And he, believe it or not, he also unalived in a 1994 plane crash. And once again, accidental. Huh. Weird, huh? Seth Rich, he was a Democratic National Committee staff. He was a staffer, and he was unalived in 2016 during a botched robbery in Washington, D.C. And the theory falsely claims he was unalived for leaking DNC emails, but that was obviously debunked. And the leaks were tied to Russian hacking, whatever. There was Mary Mahoney. She was a former White House intern, and she was unalived in 1997 during a Starbucks robbery in D.C. And unfortunately, along with 2 other coworkers. And it was just, it was solved as a random crime. And then there's Jeffrey. Jeffrey Epstein, financier and convicted ex-offender with very close social ties with Bill, old Slick Willie, and many others. And apparently he unalived himself in a jail in 2019 while awaiting trial. And the official ruling was unaliving. Though negligence in the facility was noted. I mean, I think we all remember the guards who were checking out furniture and the cameras just stopped working. Weird. And there was no evidence that linked the Clintons to that at all. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. But, then you got Jerry Parks and Ed Willie and Barry Seal. But you'll never, ever, ever see the Clintons' name as the person responsible. But it'll just have to be what the media wants you to hear, because that's all that's going to happen. That's it. That's all you're going to see. Nothing else is going to happen. Doo-dah, doo-dah. If you'd like to help the United Spot reach its goal, please go to the GoFundMe. It is right there. I left it right there. I know nobody likes to beg, but I'm not necessarily begging. I'm really begging. I really hope everybody's having a great night. Lucille Griffin is here with No PhD Coyote and Craig and Tammy and Robin, Rocky Mountain Robin. Great to see you here tonight with Merc Mad and Brian 70 Kuda, Raging Patriot, Greg Clark, and John Castaneda, Brian 70 Kuda, Jeffrey Smith with Yukon Man, and CF Rob, Drive-Through Poet. Didn't know it. Mr. Beautiful with Hank. Comet Moon is here with Delirium Plays and Star. You guys are awesome, and that's all it's showing me too. So glad I'm not one of those just like those self-righteous YouTube channels where just like, I just start talking and just ignore the entire chat section. I take pride in that. No, I know a lot of people call me weak because I have a connection with my community, my amazing community. But that's not weakness. That's called just, being appreciative, because you'll see it too. And it's weird because it's almost like, it's like a wife in a really, really bad relationship. This is just like always abused by a horrible person. And she just keeps coming back because she just, feels alive. But it's like these people that go to these YouTube channels and they don't even get mentioned unless, obviously, unless you start throwing money down. Oh, hey, Bill, I just randomly said your name because you dropped me $100. How are you, Bill? The desk clerk at the Hilton calls me the mermaid from the Rocky Mountain. So every time Rocky Mountain Robin, every time she goes to the Gulf Shores, the desk clerk at the Hilton calls me the mermaid from the Rocky Mountains. Nice, nice. Pizzagate back in the news. That would be amazing. Pizzagate back in the news, Hank. That would be absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, that's a little too close to Epstein, and they gotta look. They gotta space these things out. Okay, first, we had this, then we had that, and then we have this. And I'm gonna play the rest of this video right now because I just want to. And then before I go tonight, we're gonna watch a brand new video that I did today with the Clintons. You're gonna love it. It's great.
I think so.
Well, if that list is released, I'm moving out of America.
Me too. I won't stand for this, okay? It's an invasion of privacy to release that list.
Yeah, what people do on their own time is their business, not America's business.
All right. All right, all in favor of releasing a list with no names on it, say aye. Woo! Hey, that was better than Ashley. All right, everybody, that's all the time we have. But before we go, let's say our Epsteinian prayer. Everybody bow your heads. Jeffrey, grant me the celebrity status to stay rich and powerful so I can do what I want, when I want, without any accountability. Hey, money. Keep being rich. It works if you have it. So spend it because you got it. Good speech, John. So, you been to Epstein Island lately, or? I still go, but it's just not the same without Jeffrey. Well, aren't you afraid of getting caught, though, or? Nah, I'm married to Hillary, remember? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I'm worried about you, Ghislaine.
I'm worried about her, too.
I'm fine. You look like you can use an aspirin. Belle, can you bring Ghislaine an aspirin?
I forgot, is aspirin code for rope?
Bring the aspirin, Belle.
How much longer do I gotta do this?
Forever, Belle.
Forever?
Yeah,
But
forever.
why? Jeffrey's gone, she's gone, there's nothing left. It's over.
It's over when I say it's over, Belle.
So what about the client list?
The what?
You know, the list of white clients that went to Epstein Island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody cares about the client list. I mean, Jeffrey's gone and Ghislaine's in jail. Case closed.
Did you know Jeffrey Epstein?
Know him? Hell, we were best friends. Nope. Never met him.
And how many times have you been to Epstein Island?
26 times. I've never heard of that place.
A little higher in the shoulders, Andrew. Is this better? Oh, yes. That's the spot, Tally-ho. Tom, my champagne glass is almost empty. Mama always said that life was like a glass of champagne. You never know when you're going to need another glass.
Hello, my name's Tom Hanks, and I'm on the client list.
Hello, Tom.
It's been about 3 weeks since my last client list, but because of my celebrity status and my high level of income, no one will ever know.
What about Epstein Island? Did somebody say Epstein Island? And what about the client list?
the what?
The list of clients that went to Epstein Island. Are you going to censor that too? Why would anybody need to know about the client list? I mean, Jeffrey's gone and they got Ghislaine. Case closed.
Yep, case closed.
Bill, did you know Jeffrey? Know him. Hell, we were no. Never met him.
I'll take Ghislaine Maxwell for $500. In 2022, she became the first person to be convicted of trafficking children to nobody. Bill C.
Who's Ghislaine Maxwell?
Correct.
Hey.
What do you think of the script, Bill?
I'm not complaining.
Oh, good. Now remember, the actress.
Craig Clark, have a great night. And to anybody that left, I apologize. And Robin, I love you right back. Great to see you here too, by the way. Everybody have a great night. We got about 15 more minutes to go. But I did want to tell you guys, from my recollection, what I can remember, and being a content creator, you get kind of a photogenic memory because all I do, besides my other job, is before I started working there about 6 months ago, I was a 100% just to the core content creator and researcher and all kinds of stuff. That's all I do. But the distractions that they've given us since January 2025 was obviously it kicked off with Trump's second inauguration and his immediate executive actions and pardons for January 6th participants and establishing the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, with Elon Musk's involvement and rapid policy shifts on the immigration and the tariffs and the federal workforce cuts, and that was a lot, and that held us on over there for a little bit. And then in late January, all the mass protests against Trump and Project 2025. Everybody's like, "What 2025? I remember that." Yeah, yeah, it's because it was huge. And then the nationwide demonstrations. He's not my president day, and it was executive overreach. It was just insane. And then in February 2025, there was that Zelensky-Trump White House meeting. And there was a shouting match, over Ukraine aid, with Trump and JD Vance. And they were criticizing Zelensky, for the way he was dressing, but also for his, U.S. foreign policy shifts. And then, I think it was still in February. Then they had the No Kings Day protests. That was the first one, I believe, was in 2025, February. And they organized groups, like the 55, or it was like the 50-51 movement against Trump's agenda and all that bullshit. And then in March of 2025, there was the U.S. airstrikes in Yemen. That was I believe that was in March. And then the retaliation against the Houthis. Try that out. Houthis. And then there was controversy, obviously, over the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, discussing plans in a Signal group chat. Now, you have to understand, I've covered all this in my memes, in my videos. Trust me, I even did that. I did that. I did a 2-part series of the trial of all the people that were in the Signal chat. It was crazy. And then I think it was in June. The National Guard was deployed in cities, and I believe it was Chicago first, and it was obviously for crime, immigration enforcement, and the critics said, "Oh, it was federal overreach," and then when was it? The campus and the academic institution crackdowns. Remember that? It was over alleged anti-Semitism and funding threats and deportations of students and protesters. That was another one. That was another distraction. And then in the spring, I believe it was sweeping tariffs rollout. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was Liberation Day, and then global trade wars with, I think it was, China. Oh gosh, I think it was global trade wars versus like China critics, and they called them inflationary distractions or something like that to that. And then it was the whole crypto and foreign influence scandals. Oh, I remember that. The UAE linked the 2 billion crypto dealings tied to Trump interests and all that crap with the other corruption allegations and a whole bunch of conflict of interest, with that was, and then it was the Epstein files release, and all the controversies. Oh boy, the controversy. And then the promises to release the files. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was in the spring of 2025. And we're almost back in the spring of 2026 now, a year later. And then there was the promises to release the files with a partial disclosure showing Trump's name, and then the backlash and alleged distractions, remember that? And then Pam Bondi invited all those social media influencers who I immediately unfollowed. I didn't really like them at first. I think I only followed like maybe 1 or 2 of them. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous, dude. I can understand if it was like tickets to a Kiss concert and they were acting that way, or if it was tickets to like a Kid Rock concert. But no, they were holding the Epstein's client list, or information about kids and women who had been, horrible things. And they're holding it up like they just got $1 million. It was horrible. Let's see. And then summer, we had the National Guard escalation. And then the troops, they were in cities and incidents like shootings involving guard members, similar to the recent ICE thing, and then ongoing deportation, immigration raids, and controversies, including detentions of U.S. Citizens and protests. I think we all remember Magatraz. Oh, Magatraz, and how they were going to open up Alcatraz and all that, whatever, But and I believe it was October 1st through, oh gosh, November. I want to say November 12th, 13th, maybe. The longest government shutdown in U.S. history. Longest government shutdown in U.S. history. And almost exactly the same script that they used back when Trump was originally president the first time, when he had Chuck and Nancy at the Oval Office, and Pence was sitting in the other. And I did this completely viral video where Pence is sitting there with a bowl of or a tub of popcorn. Awesome. But it was over funding fights and ACA subsidies and partisan gridlock and massive economic disruption and the SNAP food benefit halts and the FFA or the FAA issues, and it was widely seen as a major failure. It was and then in November, what happened in November? It was obviously it was the 2025 off-year elections. With the Democratic sweeps. It had Zoran defeating major candidates, and then who was it? There was a lot of boosts for the Democrats for the 2026 midterms. Gosh, what was that? And then unfortunately, really horrible day when Charlie Kirk passed. When he was, I can't say the word on YouTube, but that was horrible. There's nothing even closely funny to that. It was just horrible. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene resignation. I can't believe. I think that was in November of 2025. It was in November. She plans to leave Congress in 2026. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It is 2026, and Marjorie Taylor Greene has blocked me on both her X accounts. And I am more than thankful, because I have not liked that woman since the beginning. I was one of the first people to call her out for being a fraud. And guess what? The United Spot is usually 100% right, because, listen, some people are good at building cars. Some people are good at building houses. Some people are good at plumbing. Some people are good at pleasing people in the bedroom. I happen to be really good at research, and I'm really good at the horse track, even though I don't bet. And then in December, we had another partial release of the Epstein files. Wow. And it was, I think it was 20,000 records. 20,000 records were released. And it was, again, nobody cared about everything else. It was just, I think Trump was named in it. Oh, no. And then in January, I believe there was another partial government shutdown. And it had to do with funding. There was like funding deadline issues or something they were extending from 2025, but very limited, but it was ongoing gridlock. And then I still believe it was in January, the Venezuela intervention buildup, U.S. Military seizures. And then it was a domestic inflation. It was a distraction. That's all it was. It was just, it was. And then, obviously the ongoing foreign policy dramas in Greenland and threats with Iran and Syria and the Syria sanctions lifts, and obviously the Ukraine aid cuts, and it was just dominated cycles through scandals. But it is what it is. But and then we just had the Grammys. Jeffrey Smith is here with Brian Sepulveda and Rocky Mountain Robin. Who else we got here? We got Raging Patriot, Craig Clark with no PhD. Hopefully, I didn't make everybody go to sleep. I'm sorry if I did. I should have just kept playing videos instead of talking everybody's ear off. I know I'm probably coming off as quite boring and not entertaining at all. Lucille Griffin. Well, you know what, Lucille? Oh gosh, I heard that they're bringing. I heard they're bringing the Flintstones back too. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I must have eaten some bad puddle water. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Lucille Griffin said, "Hey TUS, did you know we're under a warning attack from Russia? Don't know if this is BS or real." I mean, who's to say? I mean, I wouldn't think that we're currently under attack or even a warning. But I think a key point obviously is of concern is the new START nuclear arms treaty between the U.S. and Russia. But that's that's pretty much I believe that's set to expire on February 5th, which I believe is that tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. That could possibly lead to an unconstrained nuclear arms race, but and there's risks of miscalculation and heightened global instability. But if no extension or new agreement is reached, but I don't know. Trump's got the ball on this, and I think that anything that I can hear, I would love to play a Joker video, and I'm going to do that right now. I know that Yukon Man, maybe we'll summon Yukon Man with a Joker video. And believe it or not, I'm going to pull up a Joker video that has to do with Epstein Island. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It will be mine. Oh, man. I tell you, it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything. I've been sick for a week now. A week, maybe, maybe something like that. I don't know. Who knows anymore? What does it matter? Who cares? It's not like you're the only person that got sick. Settle down, United Spot. Jeez. Let me see here. Hold on. I want to say hello to a few people here. Yukon Man is here. I just want to make sure. I'm sorry. I know you had a long day. I want to play a Joker. I want to play a Joker video for you guys because I want to tell you guys about a story about the guy who is the Joker. The Joker. Let me see here. It's just a mask, you guys. Don't be a jerk. It's for the greater good. It's just a vaccine, you guys. Don't be a jerk. It's for the greater good. I love doing the Joker. Here.
In the shadows of power.
Shadows of power. Quiet down, Joker. This is a good one, too, I believe. I believe this is a full... Let me see. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Yep. It's a whole one. Yep. It's a big one. All right. When you guys are ready, I'm ready. And if anybody wants to head on over to the United Spot GoFundMe or share it out, don't even worry about sending me any money there. Just share out the GoFundMe. That's all I'm asking. Just share it out. And maybe somebody will win the lottery tonight and, donate $5 to United Spot. Who knows? Could be onto something. Maybe that should be my new slogan. If you win the lottery tonight, donate $5 to United Spot. I don't know. Who knows? That could work. Stranger things.
In the shadows of power, a web of secrets unravels yet remains untouched. The Jeffrey Epstein files. Those infamous documents, dripping with the names of the elite, were promised to expose the truth. But what have we seen? Pages upon pages blackened by redactions, hiding the faces of the guilty. Bill Clinton, mentioned dozens of times, his flights on the Lolita Express documented, his denials echoing in the void. Prince Harry, entangled in the whispers, his associations buried under the layers of silence. The rest, clients, the powerful, the untouchable, names like shadows in the night. But listen closely. Nothing is happening. No arrests, no investigations. Oh, the FBI raids Epstein Island, seizes evidence, and then, well, silence. Ghislaine Maxwell, his right hand, sentenced to 20 years for trafficking children to no one. Victims groomed, abused, delivered, but the clients, they vanished into thin air. They flew on that cursed plane to nowhere. Destinations erased, logs ignored, justice derailed. And in the highest offices of the land, during the 4 years of Joe Biden's presidency, a deafening silence from the top. Biden himself, never a word. Kamala Harris, utterly quiet. The entire Democratic Party, with control of the White House and the levers of justice. Not a single statement, not a whisper of outrage or demand for the truth about the Epstein files. Why the void? What alliances lurk in that silence? This is the chilling reality. A system designed to protect the predators, the elite circle, and their wagons. The media diverts your gaze, and the halls of the power echo with hollow promises. Nothing has happened. Nothing will ever happen. The files gather dust. The victims cry out unheard. And the guilty, well, they walk free. In this darkness, you have to ask yourself, who pulls the strings? Truth is out there, but it's locked away forever. So I guess there's only one question left to ask. Are you awake?
And that right there is one to grow on. I saw this commercial. I don't know what it is about the internet, but once you start talking about something, and I've been talking about for years. Anybody that knows United Spot knows I love the 80s. I would love to go back to not go back, but I would love to. There's three stages that I would love to go back to. One, I would love to go back to the 80s. Two, my second pick would be the 50s, even though I never grew up in the 50s. And my third would be the Wild West. Those would be my three favorite times to go back to. But unfortunately, Kip from Napoleon Dynamite and Uncle Rico apparently did not create a time machine. Bet I could throw a football over those mountains. How much you want to bet I could throw a football over those mountains? Eat your food. Gosh. For being such a weird movie, I've watched it a few times. Listen, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to give you a break because I know you guys want to get the hell out of here. And I know most of you are like, you know what? Can you shut up so I can go over to the GoFundMe account for the United Spot and leave you like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars? But before I let you go, so you can go over to the United Spot GoFundMe account, I did want to say thank you for being here. And I want to say thank you for supporting the United Spot videos, because without you guys, and like I've said so many times, and I hate to be a broken record, but that's why I like doing these lives. It's not just about, coming on here and playing silly videos. It's about letting you guys know how much I appreciate you guys for what you guys do. You take time out of your day to support the United Spot, and that means something to me because these videos mean a lot to me. I put a lot of effort into these videos, a lot of passion. Anything that you ever do in your life that requires a lot of your attention and your heart and soul, and somebody else gains an interest in it, that's neat. It's just really awesome. So Cheryl Jean, great to see you here. Hey, doesn't matter if you're late or early, you made it. Thank you for being here. But I do want to say goodnight to Tammy. I want to say goodnight to Hank and Robin. Robin, have a great night. Great to see you here. Max Myers, good night. Brian 70 Kuda, good night. Tammy, good night. Hank, good night. John Castaneda, have a great night. Robin, have a great night. Max Meyer, have a great night. Star, have a great night. Thank you for being here. No PhD, have a great night. Raging Patriot, have a great night. Yukon Man, have a great night. Thank you for being here too, by the way. I hope you had a good day. Didn't work too hard, but I'm sure you did. Hopefully you sleep well tonight. Jeffrey Smith, have a great night. Comet Moon, have a great night. Who else we got here? We got Lucille Griffin, have a great night. Great to see you here, Lucille Griffin. Teacher Lynn, if you're out there, have a great night. And at Poison, if you're out there, have a great night. Monkey Grab Orange, if you're out there, have a great night. Daniel C., if you're out there, have a great night. And Bill McMonagle, I haven't seen you for a long time, so I'm praying for you, buddy. Hopefully everything's okay. I would really like to know if you're all right. CMP, have a great night. Sean 3537, have a great night. And who else we got here? Come on, that's it. That's all it's showing me. So if I didn't say goodnight to you, Joe, thanks. If you're out there, have a great night, Joe. Thanks. And T Dizzle and Skippy, have a great night. And LR, have a great night if you're out there. So I love you guys. You guys are absolutely, aside from my family and my dogs, you guys are absolutely the best part of my day. I just cannot thank you guys enough for the support you show the United Spot. And even at my times of absolute just darkness where I just want to give up and quit and throw in the towel and run away and go get my dream job at Arby's, you guys have always been there to keep pushing me and to keep inspiring me to keep doing this, because this is something that I truly love to do, and I couldn't do it without you guys. So, you are the fuel. You are the fuel, and you guys have created an incredible community. And if you look at this community, it's amazing. We barely have any trolls ever, and everybody's on the same page, and people in here are just really, really great, and it just means a lot. So I'm extremely thankful and appreciative for all of you. And I just, hope you guys understand that. And, thank you. That's it. That's all I want to say. So have a great night, everybody. And I'll be back here in just a second after Mr. Trump and Mr. Vance sing the goodnight song. Nancy, take it away.
Nobody cares, Trump.
Obama, you're an asshole. Lies and racism your whole life. Your legacy is pathetic, and a man calls himself your wife.
Bartender, can I get a drink?
Yes, you're an A-S-S-H-O-L-E. And don't you try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight. You were an asshole yesterday. You're an asshole tonight. And I got a feeling you'll be an asshole the rest of your life.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Guys, thank you again. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you have wonderful dreams. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. And we'll see you here again in 24 hours or less. So thank you so much for being an incredible part of the United Spot. And it means everything to me. You have no idea. So love you guys. True Quiet. Have a great night. You guys are awesome. Thanks again for everything. Stay safe out there. Stay happy. Keep laughing. Enjoy your day and make the most of everything you possibly can until we meet again. Good night, peasants.